But if your body has a slow metabolism, eating less won't help. What about fat-burning pills? Most fat-burning pills out there.
All right, we're gonna try to be calm here. Coach Greg here, and in today's video, I'm going to be critiquing Coach Viva Las Vegas. She has a client, lost 30 pounds, had a crushed metabolism, couldn't lose any weight, despite being on a 1,000 calorie diet. Weight just couldn't come off, but she fixed it. Problem solved, and it was easy.
My co-coach Lucy spent months in a plateau despite eating very little and working out every single day before figuring out how to boost her metabolism and finally lose the weight.
So what happened here? 1,000 calories, not losing any weight, exercising any day? What could possibly have gone wrong? But she fixed the problem and boosted her metabolism with these simple tips.
But I'm here to tell you that you can speed up your metabolism to see more progress as Lucy did. Not by doing quick fixes and hacks, but by implementing strategic habits. And especially pay attention to number 2, which Lucy literally paid $3,000 to learn.
And so she spent $3,000 on a coach, helped her for 9 months, and they had one tip that actually worked. And they said worth the $3,000. And frankly, I believe it. If there is one tip that you learn and it makes a difference, that one tip changed your life, of course it's worth it. But heavens forbid, $150 on a cookbook, well, that makes no sense. And so for me, $150, heck of a lot cheaper than $3,000, but hey, spend what you want.
I started tracking my calories on MyFitnessPal, and it suggested 1,200 calories a day to lose 1 pound a day. And I was like, well, I have no idea what that means, but let's do it.
Well, simply put, there's 3,500 calories in 1 pound of fat, and divide that out by 7 days in a week, and that equals to a 500 daily calorie deficit. And so you need to be in a daily calorie deficit of 500 just to lose 1 pound of fat a week. Frankly, that's a lot. When you're a smaller female trying to lose 1 pound of fat a week, it's not easy. And so 1,700 calories a day is what MyFitnessPal predicted she needed to eat to maintain her weight. And so lowering it by 500 to 1,200 would be enough to drop 1 pound of fat a week. And so at first it worked. She lost a pound, then half a pound, quarter pound, and gradually she stopped losing weight. And she couldn't figure out why. She went on forums, what's going on? They said, well, if you'll eat even less or exercise more, you will continue to burn calories. 100% true. What initially causes weight loss when you begin a weight loss journey is not going to be enough to sustain that weight loss. Think of it. When you lose weight, your body is getting smaller and therefore burning fewer calories. Not only that, your NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, that starts to go down. Your body is trying to conserve energy, trying to conserve calories. And so rather than burning off a lot of calories, your body, it sits around more. It doesn't move as much, and so you naturally slow down your metabolism. And so what happens is eventually that lower calorie diet you're on can eventually be your maintenance calories.
And many people suggested I exercise more and raise my daily calories burned.
So she did just that.
And yet again, she started to lose weight, but after a few weeks, it coupled off and she no longer was losing weight.
When you're only eating 1,000 calories a day and exercising multiple hours a day, you know what you don't have anymore? A life.
I believe it's zero of what this woman's saying right now. And so what did she do? Slash calories again, 1,000 calories a day, and began exercising multiple hours a day. And so what do you think is more likely? That she's actually only eating 1,000 calories a day, and that she's doing hours, plural, 2+ hours of exercise a day, and not losing any weight, or that she's underreporting calories as almost everyone in the world does. Which is more likely? The one almost everyone does? Or that she just can't burn calories, that she can exercise without burning calories, that she's breaking the laws of thermodynamics? Which is more likely? I hate when I see these things, hate when people lie, hate when people blame their bodies. Oh, it's my body, I can't lose weight, it's not my fault. If you're actually only eating 1,000 calories a day and doing 2+ hours of cardio a day, there is no physical possibility that you wouldn't lose weight. It's impossible. Impossible. Oh, but I'm gonna fix my metabolism. I know what we need to do. We need to eat more. You know how mad this video makes me? Can't hold it in, people. Can't hold it in. So I'm gonna make a calm video. I'm not gonna get mad. I can't. I watched the video twice, third time through, piss me off. And so here's the first tip. If you're having insomnia and you're stressed out and your diet sucks and you're always hungry, stop trying to lose weight. Maybe you don't have it in the cards genetically to lose the weight. Not everyone is made to be a size 2. Ever think of that? You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be a size 2 to fit in today's society. And so rather than blaming your genetics, your metabolism is too low, think about it. Why not just be happy with how you look? Does this woman look like she's morbidly obese? Does she look like she has to struggle with her weight? Does she look like she's unhealthy? And so why are we starving ourselves, slashing calories to 1,000, doing 2+ hours of cardio a day? Even if you were, why are you doing that? To be a size 2? So the first problem is she's not actually only eating 1,000 calories a day. Maybe a few days. Did she talk about that cheat on the weekend? Talk about those extra burgers? If she went for a 2-hour walk, not even a fast walk, probably 6 miles. Do you think she could walk 6 miles a day on a 1,000-calorie diet and not lose any weight? Not physically, humanly possible.
And so in a panicked frenzy, I would try a bunch of quick fixes like diet teas and fat-burning pills to force my body to change. None of these helped.
And so she couldn't lose any weight, so she took a bunch of weight loss pills, drugs, and so on. Everything, anything, the herbal teas, you name it, she's trying it. Did she get my friggin' cookbook? I looked. She never bought my cookbook. Surprise! Shocking! Couldn't lose weight. I'm gonna buy a bunch of diet pills. I just can't break the laws of thermodynamics, but no, I won't spend $150 on Coach Greg cookbook. I know what I'll do. I'll spend $3,000 on a coach. Not a bad idea, but did that coach not explain to you what you're doing wrong? Did that coach call you out? Call your BS? Oh, I'm eating 1,000 calories a day, 2 hours plus of cardio, not losing weight. What did coach say? Oh, let's just do 3 hours, 4 hours? Coach doing their best. Coach needs to say, the study shows that you underreport by 30%. You can't actually walk 6 miles on 1,000 calories and not lose weight. And so you're lying or you're sleep eating or something's going on, but you're not losing weight because of your slow metabolism.
When I stepped into mom's shoes, it was like time expanded. I no longer wanted quick weight loss. I wanted a lifelong health.
And so yes, finally a long-term, realistic and sustainable approach to your weight loss. And so what did she in fact do? And so essentially she started reading, doing nutrition research and everything. And so she discovered the basics of nutrition, that when you go on a diet, your metabolism can slow down. All that rant, it's just your metabolism can slow down. You don't burn as many calories, your BMR, your NEAT, it goes down. And so if you go from eating 2,000 calories a day to 1,000 calories a day, your metabolism, it slows down.
So our bodies have developed a safety mechanism to store fat when it detects you've been underfed for too long, thinking you might be in the midst of a famine period yourself, and who knows when you'll have access to food again.
But listen, this safety mechanism, this evolutionary response that we're talking about, it can only go so far. You're making it look like you cut down to 1,000 calories, and despite doing hours and hours of cardio, that you're at maintenance. Not true. And if it was actually true, there would be no such thing as people who die of starvation. How'd you die? Your body adapts. You stop eating, you stop burning calories, you're good to go. And so the truth is, this is BS. Yes, your metabolism can slow down, but not to the extent that diet and exercise cannot compensate for this. It's not true. You can't do hours and hours of cardio a day on a 1,000-calorie diet and not lose weight. Sounds good. I tried everything. Tried the starvation diet. I did hours of cardio a day. Didn't lose weight. It's not my fault. It's on them. I chose the wrong parents. Sorry, it's on you. And if you actually only eat 1,000 calories and did hours of cardio a day, you'd lose weight. And listen, I'm not suggesting you eat 1,000 calories and do hours of cardio a day. Never would say that. Makes no sense. Anyone that's eating 1,000 calories and doing hours of cardio a day, they don't need to. Perhaps they're doing that as a starvation diet to lose a ton of weight quickly. But trust me, no one's metabolism is so slow that they could not lose weight on this diet. And so she shows up a chart, which frankly is accurate, but then she adds caveats to it, which is 100% BS. And so what's listed is how great of a calorie deficit you're on. A conservative calorie deficit is 10 to 20% of your total calorie expenditure. So on a 2,000 calorie diet, that would be cutting it down by 2 to 400. That would equal 16 to 1,800 calories a day. And who is that okay for? Everyone. Everyone that wants to lose weight can do so slowly, and your risk of regaining that weight, not very high, very low. And so the slower you lose weight, the better. And so remember, she began with trying to lose weight 1 pound of fat a week. She guessed by using MyFitnessPal of what that would be. It was a guess. Think it's accurate? Do you think MyFitnessPal automatically knows 1,700, that's how much you need to eat? Or that labels don't lie and that you can actually track calories? Of course not. You can make mistakes. Labels lie. You don't add up everything you're listening. And remember how much weight she lost? 1 pound the first week, of which it's very often water. The first week, you're often losing fat and or water. Second week, half pound. Third week, 1/4 pound. Does that sound like she was on a dramatic, oh my goodness, starvation diet when she started? No. And so an aggressive weight loss diet up to 30%, that means 2,000 calorie diet, that means you're only eating 1,400. Who's that okay for? Anyone over 30%. And frankly, yeah, you can try that, but to me, that is not worth the risk. As it says in the chart, your chance of regaining the weight, medium to high. And so although you can do it, probably not the best choice. And an extremely aggressive diet, 40% of your calories, or semi-starvation, 50%, it says nobody should actually do this. However, this is what they're saying.
At a conservative calorie deficit of 10 to 20%, a typical person's metabolism may adapt after 3 to 4 months of weight loss. At the more extreme end, you may plateau in as little as a few weeks, which is what happened with Lucy.
Do you really think that? You cut your calories in half, slash them in half. You're eating 2,000 calories a day, cut it to 1,000. In 1 or 2 weeks, your body's adapted, not gonna lose weight anymore. You're done. Lies. Wrong. Why are you tricking and misinforming the viewers? If you dramatically restrict your calories, your body is not going to adapt to that suddenly in a couple weeks. Oh, I know I can't lose weight. I cut my calories too far, and so my body is now adapted in 2 weeks. Really? You really think that if you cut your calories too low, your body's going to adapt to that real quick, 2 weeks? If you slowly do it, it'll probably take you 4 months for your body to slow down by 10 to 20%. But if you slash your calories down by 40 or 50%, 2 weeks, body's going to be at maintenance. The opposite. The lower your calories go, the longer it's going to take for your body to adapt to that. It's going to take longer. Think of it. If you're burning off 2,000 calories a day and you cut it to 1,000, do you think in 2 weeks your body's already used to 1,000 calories and now you can't burn any more? But if you cut it down to 1,800, it's going to take you 4 months. It doesn't work like that. The smaller the deficit, the faster your body gets to that maintenance. The greater the deficit, the longer it takes. And if you cut your calories too low, you will never get maintenance. You will literally die before you get to that point. You can't just slash your calories by 90%, eat 300 calories a day and expect to survive. Doesn't work like this. It is wrong. This is misinformation.
And when this happens, no hacks like apple cider vinegar or diet teas will help. That's because these things primarily work to suppress appetite for the short term by getting you to drink more water so you'll want to eat less food. But if your body has a slow metabolism, eating less won't help.
All right, we're going to try to be calm here. If your body has a slow metabolism, then eating less won't help. Really? So what you're saying then would be that only people who have very fast metabolisms can lose weight by eating fewer calories. This is wrong. As in, the laws of thermodynamics apply to all human beings, whether you have a slow metabolism or a fast metabolism. If you have a slow metabolism, you still need to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. Whether you have a slow or fast metabolism, you cannot lose weight without being in a deficit. And so, yes, if you in fact cut your calories further and you have a slow versus high metabolism, both situations will result in weight loss. Is this rocket science? Is this really difficult to understand?
My co-coach Lucy spent months in a plateau despite eating caffeine can increase your metabolism. The effect. My co-coach Lucy spent months in a plateau despite eating.
Did she say my co-coach?
My co-coach Lucy spent months in a plateau.
This just got worse. I thought this was a client. It's her co-coach. Her co-coach. These are coaches. That woman's a coach. So you're going to hire her. She's going to help you lose weight. And so these two coaches, co-coaches, they actually think that if you have a slow metabolism, that you can't lose weight if you cut calories. So what they're doing is they're targeting all these people who are not losing weight and trying to convince them that if they eat more and, stop exercising and just like walk throughout the day a little bit, that's the answer. Go lose all this weight, boost your metabolism, life is good. Don't have to exercise anymore. You just eat more, do less exercise, and you lose weight. Sounds too good to be true, doesn't it? And well, oftentimes when things sound too good to be true, they aren't true.
I would later learn that gaining muscle as a woman is slow. Assuming you really push yourself at each and every training session, the most you can expect to gain in 1 year is up to 10 pounds of muscle. And every year after that, the rate is half. So if I bulked intensely for a year, I'd get like an extra apple a day.
And so she's making it sound like lifting weights isn't really worth it, that you only can eat an apple extra a day by lifting weights for an entire year. And even if it was only an extra apple a day times 365 in terms of calories, probably 5 pounds of fat or more. And so if you think it's not worth it, little things, they add up. She said, I'm not looking for a quick fix. And when you list a long-term solution, adding in more muscle, which improves your BMR, your NEAT, you then say, no, it's not worth it. It's only gonna burn about an apple a day more if you train for a year. Do you know how discouraging that sounds? And think of it. If you train for 5 years, that apple turns to 2 to 3 to 4 and so on. And so you can eat way more calories. And so why are you discouraging lifting weights, which burns a lot of calories, improves your BMR, allows you to burn more calories through NEAT? Why are you discouraging that when that is a long-term viable solution for all individuals? Well, what does she do? Well, she cut back on her running and her HIIT cardio and started to walk 5 to 15 minutes 4 to 6 times a day. And she calls that NEAT. If you go for a 15-minute walk 6 times a day, does that not count as exercise? Saying it's NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. If you go for a 15-minute walk, in my opinion, that is exercise. You're going for a 15-minute walk. Hi, let's go for a 15-minute walk. Let's get in some exercise today. Are you gonna say, hey, let's go get in some NEAT? Non-exercise activity thermogenesis is supposed to be subconscious. Calories you're burning at rest. We're not even thinking about it. Like me making a video. My hands are going around like this. I'm not saying hands go around like this, do active cardio. They're just moving around to burn calories. And so what she did is she did less running and added in more walking. Now, frankly, if she were running an hour a day, there's no way that walking 4 to 6 times, 5 to 15 minutes is going to burn more calories than running for an hour. But you know what I bet she's doing? HIIT cardio. She's probably doing a little 30-second, like, I'm going to jog a little bit faster and then walking. Probably did 10, 20 minutes in a day. I highly doubt she was doing 2 hours of cardio a day, as they suggested at the start of the video. Remember when she was on a 1,000 calorie diet, doing hours of cardio a day? Hours plural, 2 plus? I don't believe it. I believe they're lying. I believe they're misleading people, and I'm calling them out.
Once I regularly refed myself, got my sleep in check, and took more walks instead of working out so intensely, not only did I continue to lose fat, but I also felt so free. I had a life again.
And so she says, I'm no longer working out nonstop. I have better life. Everything's amazing. Frankly, I didn't see her working out nonstop. I think she's in fact doing more now. 4 to 6 times a day, she's going for walks, but she likes it. And so what is my advice? Find something you enjoy, something you want to do. If you hate HIIT cardio, it's not good for you. If you like walking, walk. If you like biking, bike. I lift weights and I ride bikes. Other people perhaps don't like riding a bike. Maybe they like hiking or swimming or skipping or dancing. Do what makes you happy, find what you enjoy, and do it for the rest of your life. Ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching, Greg Doucette IP Pro. Please check out the bloops and of course the free training program. Click the link in the description. Don't forget the Circle Diet book, the cookbook, the coaching plans by me and my team, training books, phone consults even. Like the video, please like it, and until next time, I am out.